You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports Porters. Well, online on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, there's a real good follow on there called Unlimited L's. And it's just like progressives just falling on their face, one thing right after another. And this person, whoever runs the account, highlights it. Well, the same can be said for the Olympics this year. It's been unlimited L's over and over and over. Whether it was choosing a guy that supports Marxism in LeBron James to be a flag bearer for the United States, not for China, of which he's a puppet, or the fact that, well, we got a satanic Last Supper parody that's been labeled blasphemous and caused millions upon millions of people to tune the Olympics out. We have also got something that I did a video on about a month ago over on the big channel, Black and White Sports, about the Seine River. Now, in case you have not been paying attention, this river is nasty. I mean, filthy. What's in there? How about a bunch of fecal matter and E.Coli? And our athletes from all over the world are having to compete in this river. And it just so happens that today's big story, and I forgot about the biological male boxer that beat the crap out of the young lady that was trying to live out her dream. That's the other L from the Olympics. Now we've got two triathletes, one female, one male, and they're the lead story from the Olympics today because the Seine River is now getting competition in the river, and it's causing some real issues. As noted by the gentleman you see on the screen, that is Tyler Mislawschuk, a Canadian athlete, and you're not reading that headline wrong. He revealed what made him sick after he vomited 10 times swimming in the Seine River. Now, it might not actually be what you think. Even though the river is, well, nasty as hell, it's hot right now. And he's a Canadian athlete. This one is about the river being polluted. And we'll get to that one in a second. But this is wild. This Canadian triathlete who went viral for vomiting 10 times revealed what made him sick after he swam across the polluted Seine River at the Paris Olympics. I got to be honest with you. I think the water had more to do with him getting sick than the temperature. Tyler Mislawschuk, 29, who crossed the finish line in 9th place, said he was in the running for a medal halfway through the final leg of Wednesday's race when he began to fade. Quote, for me, whether I was 4th or 55th doesn't really matter. I tried to win a medal, and I went out there and was basically in 3rd place with 2 French guys for 5.5 or 6 kilometers. The 3-time Olympia told the Triathlon magazine. At my last Olympics, there was an injury, and with all the stuff that happened there was a lot of what-ifs, Ms. Lawchuk said, who finished 15th in both Rio in 2016 and Tokyo in 2020 games. Ms. Lawchuk blamed the high temperatures for his mid-race puking as he lives in a much cooler climate. There he is right there throwing up. Yeah, I guess this was one of 10 times. I have no what-ifs on the day. I went for it, and it was absolutely everything. I vomited 10 times after the race. It got hot in the last laps. And, guys, this river is really, really nasty. I mean, really nasty. The whole time I was telling myself 20 more seconds, and from about 2 kilometers in, I was saying 20 more seconds for the rest of your life, and I did that until 6 kilometers. And then I kept doing it, but I ran out of a little bit of steam. Unfortunately, the race is 10 kilometers, not 6, and the last 4 kilometers was an eternity. I can only imagine. Many blame the water in the Seine for the Miss Lawschuk's upchucking. There you go. Guys, this was more about the water than it was the temperatures, I'm sure. As the pre-race training events and the men's race were postponed because of high levels of E. coli bacteria found in the river. Rain during last week's opening ceremonies caused the sewage to overflow into the water. Yikes. Officials gave the green light for the individual triathlons to run Wednesday despite pre-race test readings and part of the swim course still being above acceptable levels. Okay, well that leads us to this lady who said this was sick, it was gross. An Olympic triathlete shared her disgusting experience of swimming in the Seine as she blasted officials who claimed the polluted river was safe enough to swim in. Jolene Vermeulen, representing Belgium at this year's games, said that she felt debris, in the water during her 1,500-meter swim in the iconic French River at the beginning of the women's triathlon on Wednesday. Quote, while swimming under the bridge, I felt and saw things that we shouldn't think about too much. God, that's gross. She told a Finnish TV channel, VTM. Vermeulen finished 24th. She said she had ingested a lot of water during the race and was concerned with what it would do to her body. That's her right there, folks. Yikes. We'll know tomorrow if I'm sick or not. It doesn't taste like Coca-Cola or Sprite, of course. Oh, God. That's gross. And here's the story I was talking about a month ago. The women dove into the water after officials gave the green light, signaling the water was clean and safe enough to compete amid high levels of E. coli and other bacteria. In June tests, they found the level of E. coli in the water 10 times above acceptable levels. The E. coli bacteria is often linked to fecal matter, and that can cause diarrhea and urinary tract infections, pneumonia, and sepsis. Jeez. Again, Olympics are taking unlimited L's. Despite the improvement on the water quality in the last hours, the readings at some point of the swim course are still above the acceptable levels. Training events leading up to the races in the river were canceled because of water quality, and the men's triathlon was postponed from Tuesday to Wednesday. Now get this, in preparation to hold the Olympics in Paris, officials undertook an ambitious plan, including a $1.5 billion infrastructure improvements to clean up the long polluted Seine River. Oh, the Seine has been dirty for hundreds of years, so they can't say the safety of the athletes is a priority. That's bullshit, and that was her words slamming them. Yikes. That is absolutely horrid. But that's wild. I mean, the first guy thinks it's because of the water temperature, and later on, people were saying, no, that's not the water temperature. It's E. coli and miscellaneous other stuff that's got you projectile puking everywhere. 10 times. Oh, that's like jumping in a water full of the norovirus. Isn't that what they call the stomach virus? Just let me jump into the stomach virus and make sure I get it all through my orifices. Oh, that's the worst idea ever. I mean, is there no regulation on the Olympics whatsoever? If it sure feels like there's none. They can say that river's safe. You can pay me to get in it. No way. God, the Olympics is just, it's one poor perceptive thing after another. It's just all awful. Has there been a good story come out of the Olympics yet? I don't think I've heard of one. Not one. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.